Shalom is Brother Yashimazakar from the Israelite Times Report, IsraeliteTimes.com. Upon my watch, all praises are definitely due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. Very serious times that we're living in. Say this all the time ad nauseum. Want to get into the news right quick news rundown. This came from your boy Alex Jones and them over at the InfoWars. So, they like to, you know, overstate things and, you know, hype up situations because he's an insider. But, scriptures say watch and pray. So, this right quick says, breaking Biden set to announce climate lockdowns, rationing of energy and food. And this came from Ben Warren. This was written by Ben Warren. It says Biden set to announce climate lockdowns, rationing of energy and food. Insiders and experts are all reporting a uniform surge of climate alarmism from the mainstream media, and they say top Democrats, the United Nations, and environmental groups. This is not a political thing. They're all going to be aligned with it. That's why I say, you take InfoWars with a grain of salt, but at the same time they do bring out some truth, right? So this climate thing is real, and it's going to be one of the tools that they're going to use to bring in the MOTB. But President Biden, this is what it says here in the article. President Joe Biden is set to sign an executive order declaring a climate emergency that would grant him powers to enforce tyrannical measures like lockdowns and the rationing of food and energy indefinitely. Did you hear what I just said? A climate emergency that would grant him powers to enforce tyrannical measures like lockdowns. We've already experienced that. This is the reason why I brought this article out, because I don't really pay Alex Jones and them any attention as far as the BS, the political stuff. But serious information like this, you look at this stuff, right? Because he is being paid to put some truth out there. So he's got the power to issue a climate emergency that would grant him powers to enforce tyrannical measures like lockdowns, and we've already experienced that, and the rationing of food and energy indefinitely. Says the Biden administration's move to shut down the country is imminent, according to insiders and experts who are all reporting a recent and uniform surge of climate alarmism from the mainstream media, top Democrats, United Nations, and environmental groups. I already read that. It says, this is a quote. It says here, the signs are there, said the Heartland Institute, while citing the White House's cooperation with the UN, the United Nations, to create a climate emergency web page. And this is another quote. It says, the science is clear, reads the new UN page. The world is in a state of climate emergency, and we need to shift into emergency gear. Brothers, this is the time now. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Okay, because with this climate emergency crap that they're talking about, there's a lot of things that come with that. And one of them is food. Okay, the rationing of food. Um, That's going to be very key to this New World Order, beast system. This is going to be very key in their rollout of the MOTB, because if nothing else, if you can't get the people to comply for any other reason, right? Because you can threaten their job, they can say, "Well, I'll just get another job." Um, you can threaten them in so many different ways, but food, okay? Food is something that will make people buckle. And this is going to be the real test of faith. And so what the elites of Esau are doing, they're purposely destroying the food supply, the food chain. This is the reason why they're poisoning the water. This is the reason why they're killing the cattle, burning down food processing plants. If I said that right. This is the reason why the sheeple are asleep and unaware of what's going on. You got Jake worried about whether, who Cardi B slept with and what Charleston White is talking about and just foolishness. They're shutting down food plants, burning them down, buying up farmland. This guy, Bill Gates, he now owns the most amount of farmland in the United States. And he's trying to advocate this beyond meat and lab grown meat and all of this stuff. But now they're talking about rationing food. So it's bad enough that Esau has poisoned the food, but now they want to ration it, that which they've poisoned. So there's no point in looking back. You have nothing to look back to. You have nothing to look back to. Let me continue on with the article here. It says the page on goes on to slam humanity's burning of fossil fuels and even calls for societal change. It says, additionally, energy industry insiders have raised the alarm. The White House will soon declare a climate emergency in order to implement gas rationing. Listen closely. They're going to declare a climate emergency in order to implement gas rationing, electricity rationing, restrictions, gas rationing, electricity restrictions, limits on air travel, and other etiquettes seen during the CV pandemic. And this is another quote here. It says they are leaning to that direction, said U.S. Oil and Gas Association President Tim Stewart to Just the News last month. If you grant the president's emergency powers to declare a climate emergency, it will be just like the CV pandemic. Stewart went on to say Biden's emergency declaration will give the president vast and unchecked authority to shut down everything from communications to infrastructure. And the scriptures tell you that there's going to be a famine of the word. Speaking of that, reading a little bit further down, it says they can literally do exactly what they did during the CV pandemic. That's what Stewart continued, adding that climate critics would be censored like critics of the CV were. If you disagree with the climate emergency speech, I guess he's trying to say you can be shut down. Okay, so there's going to be a famine of the word. They've already been censoring brothers' pages, tweaking the algorithm. deleting videos and stuff like that. So now is the time to get as much of this word as you possibly can. Now, with all of this information coming out, we know that the time is drawing near, that anything could pop off at any moment. These emergency powers that were given for a reason, and we don't know when, but we know that if that power is granted, that at some point they're going to use it. That's why you got to watch and pray. Okay, you don't want to get caught off guard. Stand upon your watch. Stand upon your watch. This is 1 Thessalonians 5, and I'll start at 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And we got to keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The day of the Lord come as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. These people are not ready. These people are not watching. These people have no clue what's happening behind the scenes. They're not watching and praying. They damn sure ain't praying. But let alone watching. You have some people that are watching, but they're not praying. We got to watch and pray. We got to watch as well as pray. And that's what makes us different. That's what separates us from the rest of this world. So you have people that are awake and understand that the system is corrupt. You got whistleblowers everywhere. But is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai dealing with them? No. They're just playing their role. Okay? But the difference is we're watching and praying. We're watching the news and applying it to the scriptures. And some people got a problem with that. All you're doing is giving out current events. But it's going into prophecy. Right? It's going into prophecy. And it tells you, scriptures tell you, give them warning from me. We don't want the blood on our hands. We're doing our job. For you, it says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, are they not saying peace and safety right now? Are they not mocking and scoffing? Oh, you niggas been saying that for years. Ain't nothing happened. They act like the pandemic didn't even happen. Like 2020 was just, a blip. So now they're in the zone, the mindset where they're saying peace and safety. You can clearly see that. I know you brothers can clearly see how everyone was shook in 2020, 2021, and then lo and behold, late 2022, they went back to the same foolishness. They got shook up for a little bit and said, man, what's going on? Maybe we should consider. Maybe we should consider the Lord. These look like biblical times. Some people were even saying that. Some people outside of the truth were saying that. People I know. And then they got rocked right back to sleep. Why? Because the Lord is not dealing with them. Now it's peace and safety for them. They back to mocking and scoffing. Hey man, you niggas, all you do is fearmonger. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Why? Because we're dealing with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. So that light is upon us. We have the spiritual eye solve. We can see. We can see what the rest of the world cannot see. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Right? We're not drunken with the Babylon juice. We're not drunk off of the wine of Babylon. We're sober minded. While the rest of the world is drunk, stumbling, bumbling, making up new doctrines, new philosophies, running to Islam, running to Buddha. That's a new thing that I hear that these niggas is running into all of a sudden. Niggas want to be Buddhists all of a sudden. So, I mean, just pure, utter madness. Pure madness, man. They're drunk. They are drunk with the wine of Babylon. Confusion. Babel means confusion. They're confused. They don't know what they want to do. Like every 10 years, there's a new wave of what niggas do or what niggas is into, whether it be Islam or Pan-Africanism or the black woman is God. That's that was a thing for a while. Now these niggas now they trying to be red pilled. That's another wave. The red pill movement. It's always a new movement. Everything accepting Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah as the way. Yahweh Shah said, I am the way, truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father but by me. And do everything except Yahweh Shah as their escape. That's why going back up to the third verse, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, when sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Well, what's your escape? What's your escape route? Yahweh Shah. That's your escape, right? He's the light of the world. Well, why are they in darkness? They haven't accepted Yahweh Shah, that light, that true light. Let me see if I want to get some more. It says, 6th verse says, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. For Yahweh have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. All right. So with news like this, like what I just read to you, if you were in the spirit, you would know it's go time. You would know it as go time, man. Because this has been their agenda for a very long time. Did it take a long time? Yeah, to us, yeah. We wanted this place to be destroyed a long time ago. But this is another step in that direction. This is another step in the direction of them locking everything down and implementing that MOTB. All right, I want to get into some other news here. I looked at this some time ago. This came from futurism.com. Rationing.com, it says Chinese military says it figured out how to build laser weapons that can fire indefinitely. Chinese military says it's figured out how to build laser weapons that can fire indefinitely. Futurism.com, it says the Chinese military has announced what could be a major breakthrough in energy weapon tech if it holds up. Now, you've been hearing all of these rumors about what really happened with these fires, and people are saying that they're energy weapons. Now, what's interesting about this is, well, we know that the U.S. military has engaged in this sort of activity, and I'm trying to be careful what I say here. But it does lead into the climate crisis scenario because people are unaware of this technology that not just the U.S. military has, but other militaries have it as well. These energy weapons, they can start a fire wherever they want to. So, just food for thought, something to look at. Um, it says, back to the article, it says, as the South China Morning Post reports, um, representatives from the country's National University of Defense Technology say they've developed a state-of-the-art cooling system that would allow high-energy lasers to remain powered up indefinitely without getting too hot. So they've upgraded. They've upgraded. It says while laser technology has existed for decades, and this is important, while laser technology has existed for decades, these high energy beams generate so much excess heat that they often go haywire, hampering previous attempts at similar weapon systems around the world. The new Chinese cooling system, according to the report, would use gas that blows through the weapon to remove excess heat and allows for weapons to shoot precise laser beams for an indefinite amount of time without losing power or getting distorted. So there you go. This is man, this is why we need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Except those days be shortened, no flesh would be saved. I know I bring that out all the time, but if you look at the times that we're living in, man, we definitely need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Look at what these people are doing. Look at the weapons, not just what they've already created, but what they're creating now. I mean, what are these people trying to do? They're trying to destroy the world. The entire world, man. We need a savior. And we need a savior bad. If it wasn't for the hand of the Lord, we wouldn't be here. These people are running mad, man. They are mad. They are out of their damn mind. They're just destroying everything and seeking for new ways to destroy. Hey, just look at this, man. All of these nations are in an arms race with weapons pointed at each other. And it's amazing that people don't realize, just how much danger they're in. And if it wasn't, like I said, if it wasn't for the Lord, man, we would, there's no way in hell It's the Lord that's has his angels holding back these winds right now. Let me see if there's more from this article. It says, let me see. It says here, the United States has the SCMP, often dabbled in similar tech. Oh, excuse me. It says the United States has, as the SCMP notes, often dabbled in similar tech. That's the South China Morning Post. They're basically calling out the United States, saying that they've dabbled in this sort of technology themselves, which we know this to be true. But it says, but these projects have largely failed to become mainstream weapons because, as the report suggests, they simply weren't destructive enough. Says in a tweet about the reports, former British military official Steve Weaver noted that if the news is true, it would put China ahead of the United States in more ways than one. So they have ramped up. Oh, let me get this part. It says along with excuse me, along with providing a supposedly cheaper alternative to old school missile system, because it won't need traditional munitions. These cool lasers could also be used to shoot down satellites like those provided by Elon Musk in his Starlink system. Military scientists told the SCMP, the South China Morning Post. All right. Going into some other news here. This is from Zero Hedge. It says, twin crises rattle America. Suicides and drug overdoses hit record highs. All right, it says a disturbing trend in America. New data reveals that suicides and drug overdoses climbed to a record high in 2022. The twin crises have been rapidly accelerating post CV, the COVID, and could be a symptom of worsening nationwide mental health crisis, because these people are bugged out of their mind. These people are losing it. And I know that you brothers see it. These people are losing their damn mind. And they're putting their trust in this world, their cares upon this world, and they're losing it because this world is losing it. The world has gone mad. And if you're of the world, then you're going to go mad right along with it. And I know we are here and we're in these fleshly bodies, and we get attacked by demons, spiritual and then physical demons, that bother you. We wrestle now with flesh and blood, but at the same time, we're here in this flesh, and you have demons in your ear talking shit, telling you all kinds of craziness, but you have to fight through it, because if you turn your back and go back into this world, this is what is waiting for you. And I'm speaking to myself as well. This is what is waiting for you. Health crisis, mental health crisis, nothing but crisis, nothing but problems, nothing but sorrows and woes. There's nothing here. We need a great reset. We need the Lord's great reset. This place needs to be reset. It says here in the article, and of course they made it political. They said instead of woke corporate media outlets pushing gender identity conversations and warning about the end of the earth because the hamburger that you eat and the car you drive are allegedly heating the planet. It says perhaps America's mental health crisis is a more urgent topic, yeah, it's urgent, but there's nothing you can do about it, man. These people are smitten with madness. These people have gone crazy. Then they're on all types of medication, man. These people are losing it. That's why the suicide rate is so high. That's why the drug overdoses and just the consumption of these drugs or taking of these drugs so high is people need an escape, and they don't know what that escape is. Even though we tell them, we give them warning, but they don't know. They don't consider. It says new data from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention reveals a staggering 49,000 people took their own lives in 2022, a record high. That's a 2.6% increase from the prior year. Notice a trend. It says we outlined it for you. It says CDC spokesperson Christy Hagan told Bloomberg that the age-adjusted rate for suicides per 100,000 U.S. population was 14.4, up from 14.1 the prior year. Mental health, this is a quote, mental health has become the defining public health and societal challenge of our time, Surgeon General Vivek Murthy said in a CDC statement. Says Murthy continued, far too many people and their families are suffering and feeling alone. Why is that? Who created this environment for people to feel alone? The woman don't need no man. Who did that? The elites. The elites pushed that propaganda out there. The woman don't need no man. The man ain't never good enough. The men have become effeminate, losing their masculinity. And that's a demon. That's a heavy demon that they have on them. Even the men that are so-called straight, even they have an effeminate spirit on them. And it smites them with madness. It makes them go crazy. You know, makes them lose it. The women have a masculine energy on them. The family structure is all dysfunctional and out of order. Children are telling their parents what to do. You got kids in school being taught that their gender is not their gender. Some kids are now identifying as animals. And then they sit there and wonder why the suicide rate has gone up. This is their environment. Oh, not to mention the chemicals in the water, in the food. That's why it says, except those days be shortened, there will be no flesh saved. But for the elect's sake, those days are shortened. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked, and you can see the wicked at work. They are working. As people are having mental health issues, mental breakdowns. And that's going to be a big part of this major test that we're going through and going to continue to go through until this place is destroyed. Having to be around people that are not mentally well. Because I'm going to be honest with you, if you're not in this truth, you're not mentally stable. Because your mind has been infected with all kinds of madness and offward ways of thought. Even these people that are so-called deep, these people try to be so deep and intellectuals. If you listen to them, really listen to them talk, they're crazy. They're bugged out of it. Just look at Brother Polite. Listen to the madness that he spews. Now, the average nigga will listen to him and say, man, that guy's deep. No, he not deep. He's deep in the shit. And his philosophy is shit. The black woman is God. That's what he claimed. Okay, now you going to jail, nigga. Pray to the black woman, see if she can free you. It's just backwards and out of order. This whole society is like that. So I'm saying that to say, brothers, I know damn well that you going through it. You going through it, man. Everywhere you go, you see wickedness and folly, and you having to stay in the spirit, and follow the laws, statutes, and commandments the best of your ability, rehearsing the righteous acts, and not get pulled into this world. And shit pisses you off, man. Demons just jump out of nowhere and mess with you. Because they know who you are. Those demons know who you are. If you're supping with Yahweh Shai, they know who you are. You stick out like a sore thumb. You can be minding your business. I know this to be true because it happens to me all the time. I catch the train in the work, and I'm literally by myself. Literally all to myself. And a demon, a nigga, will walk over and just stare at me. Damn demon. All these people on the train, they just got to stare at me, hoping to get a reaction. We wrestle not with flesh and blood. It's a spiritual journey. It's a spiritual walk. We have to keep that in mind. I'm talking to myself too, because the shit pisses me off. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you looking at? That's the natural carnal reaction, right? But I, have to remind myself, no, it's a nigga, but it's a demon inside of that nigga. You know what I mean? I remember quick story. I was at a job. This was some years ago, about 8 years ago, 9 years ago. The job I used to work at, and during the lunch break, I used to have my pen and paper out, and I'll be writing down notes. And it used to bother people. Like I would be off to myself, just writing notes, and everybody be laughing and joking and talking shit about their coworkers or whatever. And I just kind of be off to myself, writing notes or whatever, doing study. And it would just, like, his shit would just make them mad. Like, what are you writing? Like, what are you so, because I wasn't paying their asses any attention. And they could see that I was studying because, you could tell that because of the way I was writing, I was taking notes, watching videos, taking notes, and just being in the spirit. That was my time to, kind of just go over scriptures and things like that. And it just bothered them. So you don't even have to be directly dealing with people in this world for them to hate you. If you get what I'm trying to say. You can literally mind your business, and that's enough. Your existence pisses them off. They don't hate you because you did something. They hate you because you exist. And it's the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that's dealing with you, that's dwelling in you. That's enough to piss them off. That is the thing that pisses them off. Because they're of this world. and you don't care for this world. And they see you don't care for this world. Misery loves company. These people are miserable. That's why the suicide rate is so high. These people are losing their damn mind. I remember during the pandemic, people were bugging out and losing it, and I was calm. And that bothered people. They don't like that shit. They don't like that. You know, we're bugging out. I remember being at work because, you know, my job was still open, and you had certain people, you know, they would wash their hands every 5 damn minutes. Every 5 minutes they would, um, you know, what's that? Damn, they were wiping down and using hand sanitizer, and I was going on about my business, and it bothered them because I'm trusting in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, especially during the beginning of the pandemic. Niggas was really bugging out. So we have peace in the midst of the storm. We have an inner peace. This hope that we have in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, that's the thing that we're holding on to. That's our peace. That's our inner peace. And that inner peace shows on the outside. And the people of this world hate you for it. They hate you that you're not caught up in the cares of this world. And if you brothers that got women, you brothers that got wives, you know, just look for it, man. That's going to be an issue. She's going to be bugging the hell out. You know, whenever they pull off the next false flag, whatever it might be, she's going to be bugging the hell out. And you're going to be calm about it. Giving praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. And she's going to be, how are you so calm in the middle of this? You know, your hope, your faith is not in this world. Within that hope and that faith that we have, we must stay prayed up. Isaiah 55:6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power. For he will abundantly pardon. Okay? See, our ways are not of the ways of this world, neither are our thoughts the thoughts of this world, right? So we stand out, we stick out like a sore thumb because we have turned back to the Lord and forsake our wicked ways. Okay? For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. See, we're on a higher level, and that bothers them because this world is low level, low based bullshit, basically. You know, to put it in simpler terms, they're caught up on bullshit. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. And this is the problem that these people have. They don't understand that the word of the Lord is going to stand. You don't get to pick and choose what's going to happen, the outcome. They think they can ignore the word of the Lord, and you know it's kind of like that old saying, "Hear not, see not, touch no evil." They think that just because they ignore it, it will go away. We're prophesying to them the destruction, and in their mind, because their mind is pumped up very high, they think that, oh, we just ignore them and the situation will go away. That's not how this works. It says, let the word of God be true and every man a liar. What if some did not believe? Okay, but it says here, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. Hey, the Lord is talking, man. The Lord is talking. Said, it shall accomplish that which I please, not you, not you. And you hear these people talking about, I'm speaking my truth. What is your truth? It said, it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in a thing whereto I sent it. Okay? So the Lord says Babylon is going to be destroyed. It's going to be destroyed. You don't get to say, nah, that's what you say, Lord, but I'm speaking my truth. And my truth is this place is going to continue on forever, like Isaiah, like Psalms 49 and 11. Right? No, it don't work that way. Just because you have a different opinion from the Lord, your opinion doesn't mean shit in the long run. And a lot of Jake have a problem with that. Tell people all the time, you are not as important as you think you are. People think they're important. You are nothing. You are nothing. Including myself. I'm not worth shit. Tell you that in a heartbeat. And I know that. That's the difference between us and the rest of this world. We know the Lord can take the spirit off of us if he chose to and make us just as bugged out as the people in this world. Make us jump off a damn roof if he wanted to. We understand that. Man's goings are of the Lord. Matter of fact, let me get that right quick. This Proverbs 20:23 says, diverse weights are an abomination unto the Lord, and a false balance is not good. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Didn't he just say your ways are not my way, your thoughts are not my thoughts? Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? It is a snare to the man who devoureth that which is holy, and after vows to make inquiry. A wise king scattereth the wicked and bringeth the will over them. Okay? Man's goings are of the Lord. It's the Lord that direct your path. Even when you were in foolishness, even when you were in folly, the Lord allowed Satan to bug your mind out. Okay? The Lord allowed those demons to plague you. But these people are so convinced that these higher elite authorities have their best interests in heart, or that they are really powerful, that they're the all-powerful, having no idea and not considering that man's goings are of the Lord. So even they have to do what the Lord instructs them to do, what he puts in their mind, in their spirit, in their heart to do. Matter of fact, let's go to Proverbs 21:1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. What part of this don't these people understand? This is why they're bugged out. This is why they're jumping off the roof. This is why they're losing their damn mind. This is why they're on so much medication and taking drugs and having to escape their reality, right? This is why they're doing it, because they refuse to turn back to the Lord, especially our people. That's what I'm talking about. Our people. They refuse. They refuse to turn back to the Lord. They don't even consider. And if they do consider, then they think about going to church on Sunday, hopscotching, doing backflips off the damn pulpit in the aisles and shit. That's not salvation. That's not the ticket to salvation. That's not how this works. Because if that was the case, we would be delivered already. You know how many Israelites are in the Christian church? I'm talking about all the tribes. From Judah, you know, from the northern tribe, from the northern kingdom to the southern kingdom. The northern tribes and the southern tribes, they're all dealing with the Christian church. And you can't tell these northern tribes, you know, the Latin tribes, that 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 white Jesus isn't God. You can't tell them. You know, they worship Mary. If that was the case, man, this world, if you would already be delivered. If you get what I'm saying. But yet, who has the highest murder rates, the highest incarceration rates, diabetes, major health issues? It's us. It's our people. It's our people. And I read that article about the suicide rate jumping up because these are the beginnings of sorrows. And yes, we're fighting these demons, you know, coming from the left-hand side. And yes, they're here, and it's a fight, and we've been in this fight. A lot of brothers been in this fight for a while, because the truth has gone out, especially since 2007, since the YouTube era. But my thing is, and I'm speaking to myself, I'm telling you, the Spirit has been on me. Double down. You need to double down, because it's about to really turn up. Double down. Double, triple down. Our faith is going to be tested, man. We are not going to just skip into the kingdom. Matter of fact, let me, right quick, I want to close on this. And this is the Spirit, because I started to open up this broadcast with this. But the Spirit had me go all the way around in a circle and come right back to it. This is Acts 14:22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And that's the Spirit, because I really did I really did consider opening with that scripture, with that verse there. And I said, no, let me go ahead and bring the news part out first. And I ended up closing on it. But I do want to get it one more time, just to emphasize, just to emphasize this. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. Because we're justified by faith. We're justified by faith, man. Faith-based Israelites, faith-based. Well, you damn right. We're not here because we're so righteous. Man, what? Every day I'm like, Lord, forgive me. Forgive me. I feel like a piece of shit. Just even things I haven't done. the shit that, just from being in this damn world, man. I feel filthy. I'm being honest, man. Man, what? Faith-based Israelite. They make fun of us. Marcus call us faith-based Israelites. Nigga, we're justified by faith. What the hell you think gonna get you through these terrible times that are coming? And that's part of the problem, is these niggas don't realize what's coming. They're not watching, they're not praying, they're not sober-minded, they're drinking of this Babylon juice. They think shit is sweet. They think the word of the Lord is gonna go out void, and they simply do not believe. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.